What is going on, guys? I am back with part 3 on how to build this mansion, and in this video I'm going to be finishing up the walls for the exterior for the first floor of the building. So first off, in part 2 I finished that video by doing the pillars at the front side of the building, and I actually forgot some at the left and right side towards the front, so I'm gonna go ahead and do those. So I have my quartz pillar block, and we're still gonna be using all the same stuff that we used in the previous video. So if you don't have that anymore, then I'll go ahead and just list them all out. We're not gonna be needing this white stained glass for right now. Or actually, I don't think we're going to need that at all anymore. But you're still going to need end stone bricks, gray concrete, white stained glass panes, quartz stairs, dark oak fence, dark oak planks, tripwire hook, pillar quartz block, and quartz slabs. So first off, let's switch to our pillar quartz block, and we're going to place 4, or not right there, 4 right here. So right at the corner of this wall, at this middle section that we left empty here. So we have 4 blocks in total right there. Then I'm gonna do the same thing for the corner of that section right there. So it's coming out 1 block more than that pillar right there, as you can see. And let's just bring this up to the same layer as these walls that we've already brought up. And we're not going to be covering this up with our quartz slabs, because we still have to bring this up another floor, because this is going to be where we have a little tiny balcony type thing for our bedroom at the second floor. It's not really the second floor, it's more like the attic. So for now, we're not going to be covering this up with our quartz slabs. We're just going to leave it. And then let's go to this side and just do the same thing. So from the corner, let's just place 4 for right now, as well as this side. And then just bring it up to the same layer as these walls that we already have. And then we just have to straighten out the bottom blocks. Okay, let's straighten out the bottom blocks now, as well as this side. And there we go. Let's back up, see what we got. Okay, so we have that side and that side now. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the left side. I'm at the front right now. Let's just go to the left for right now, and we're gonna be doing the same thing on that side. So first off, let's place another block of end stone bricks right up against that wall that we have there. And then we're going to place 2 layers on this side here at the corner. And we're going to be doing the same windows that we did right there. So let's cover up the top with 2 layers of end stone bricks. And then we're going to have 2 block wide windows. So as you can see, we have the same thing there. So grab your gray concrete, have a window there, skip over 2 spaces, and then another one. You could bring this up 4 layers in total. Fill in the empty space with upside down quartz stairs at the top. And then you could fill in the space in the middle with your end stone bricks. And finish it off by filling in all of this with your white stained glass panes. Alright. Now let's head off to this right side. And we're going to be doing the exact same thing. So 1 layer all the way up at that wall that we already have. And then 2 layers all the way up at this corner. Cover up the top with 2 layers. And then we're going to fill in the rest of the space with 2 block wide windows. Alright, so there we go. Now we have that wall done. Okay, now I'm on the side where we have our garage doors. So like I said, we're going to have garage doors at the front side, but we're also going to have some at the back. So the cars could go in from those doors and go out from these doors. They don't have to back out of the garage. So I'm going to start by filling in this wall. You could be on either side. Right now, if you're looking at the front of the building, I'm at the right side. But either way, we're going to be doing the same thing over there. So I'm going to fill in these walls all the way up where we have our end stone bricks. And I'm just going to do that until we reach that corner. Okay, so I brought these walls all the way up. Now we're going to cover them up with one layer of end stone bricks where all the empty spaces are. And then in the corner, we're going to fill in one block of end stone like this. So now we have the shape for the garage doors on this side. Now let's head off to the other side, so the left side. And we're just going to do the same thing again. Okay, so I filled in all the walls where we want them. I'm going to cover up the top block in between all the empty spaces. Then I'm going to fill in the corners with one block. After that, we could then use our wood, our dark oak planks. We could go from the inside and fill all of this in until we just have all the empty space filled in. So it's the same thing that we did in part 2. So just like that. So from the outside, it's just a solid wall of wood for now. We're going to do the same thing for these empty spaces. And then we're also going to do the same thing for the 3 spaces remaining at the other side. Okay, so I went on each side and filled in all the empty space with our wood. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut out a window. So 3 spaces in the middle. We have 2 spaces remaining at the top and 3 at the bottom. Let's just go ahead and do that for the rest of these. And then in those empty spaces, you can use your white stained glass panes. Alright, and then the final touch is the tripwire hook at the bottom, right in the middle. So that's going to be the handle for the garage door. So it should look like this. And now, let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Now, I've been catching myself saying the same stuff over and over. I've been saying place a lot. I've been saying the same thing on the other side and stuff like that. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself a lot like that. But I'm just trying to make this as clear as possible, and I don't want to like mess up my words, because sometimes if I mess up my words, I'll be all over the place trying to figure out what I'm trying to say, and then it might be a little confusing to understand. So I'm probably just going to repeat myself a lot, but overall it's simply just like whatever we do on this side is the exact same thing on that side. So that's why I'm repeating myself a lot. But now we have this side done, so it should look like that. Okay, so I'm still at the side where we have our garage doors, and you see this little section here. We're going to be doing the same thing there that we did over on that side. So first off, we'll go to this corner where we have these spaces and just fill all of this in. Alright, and then we could fill in one more space right next to that, so we have 2 spaces remaining here. Let's go to this corner and do the same thing. So just fill in 2 spaces all the way up. We'll cover up the top with 2 layers. And then we're going to have 2 2-block wide windows. So gray concrete, 4 blocks in height, 2 blocks wide, skip over 2, and then 2 blocks wide again. So yeah, a lot of the stuff on this building, or basically all the stuff on this building, is like a repeat of what we've already done. So it's pretty simple as long as you get the hang of it. So that is this side, the exact same way that we did it over there. Now I'm gonna go to this side of the building. That's probably the thing I'm saying the most, like this side and that side. Sorry about that. I know it could definitely get really annoying sometimes, just like hearing that over and over again. Like every time you hear it, you're just getting more and more triggered. I am sorry about that, but once again, I am trying to make this as clear as possible. So let's cover up that with 2 layers, and then we're gonna have 2 2-block wide windows that are 2 spaces apart. Alrighty then, there we go. And now we have, oh wow, we just have like this backside wall. And that's probably all I'm gonna do for this part. So yeah, we're getting something done. So now we have this side done. Alright, now I'm at the backside of the building, and let's just go ahead and head off to the right. So we're going to be doing the same thing that we did at the front. So as you can see, we have 2 1-block wide windows. So I'm going to start over here at the right corner, and I'm going to fill in 1 block of end stone like that, and then 2 blocks right here where this gap is. Then we're going to cover up the top with 2 layers, and now we could have a 1-block wide window here, the same way that we've done all the other windows. Very simple. Okay, let's do the same thing for this space now. So 2 spaces, 2 spaces, and then we have 3 spaces remaining, and then we're gonna have a 1-block wide window. Alright, there we go. Now we could do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so I have that section done, and now we just have to do this one. Alright, there we go. So now we have the windows on this side and the windows on that side. So now let's go to these little sections that are kind of hidden away on each side. And as you can see, I have a door at the front side. I'm not going to have a door at the back side. So this is like the only wall on the entire build that's not going to be exactly the same way at the front. So I still have my end stone bricks, and the first thing I'm going to do is just fill in this little section here. Okay, and now let's bring out 1 more block right up against the corner. And then let's go to this corner and fill in 2, bring it all the way up. And just remember that this section here, whoops, let me delete this. This section here is 1 block lower than that section. So you do have to delete that block if you may have placed it. So it's all at the same layer as the front side right there. And then you could cover up the top with just 1 layer this time. Before it was 2 because it was 1 block higher. Now we're just going to leave it at 1 again. And then I'm going to have 2 2-block wide windows at the back side. So I'm going to bring my gray concrete up there, skip over 2, fill that in, skip over 2, fill that in, skip over 2 and fill that in. And then a window here and a window here. You could fill in the middle space with your end stone bricks, and then fill in the rest of this empty space with your white stained glass panes. Okay, there we go. Now, let's go and do the same thing on this side. Oh, whoops, hang on. Make sure that it is 1 block lower. I keep forgetting that. I keep adding 1 extra block. So yeah, just make sure it is 1 block lower than those like big long shapes over here on each side. So the middle section is 1 block lower. These long rectangle shapes on each side are 1 block higher. Alright, I'm filling in this last window. So let's back up. And it should look like that for each side. Okay, so we just left off right here at this wall. And I'm at the left back side. So let's go to this section right here to the right. And I'm going to fill in 1 layer of end stone bricks right up against the wall. And then 2 layers at the corner. You could cover up the top with 1 block. And then we're going to have a 2 block wide window for this little section here. So I believe that we have the same thing at the front. So it looks like this. And it should, yeah, we have another window just like that at the front. So now, let's go to this side. And we're just going to have another window here. Okay, so I filled in 1 block of space on that side and 2 spaces at the corner, and then we have our window. So now, wow, we actually did that pretty fast, I feel like. So now we just have this big middle wall here, and then I still have like the pillars and stuff for each corner. But yeah, after we have that, we are done with the exterior for the first floor all the way around the building. Alright, now for the middle section, we're going to have 2 windows on each side the same way that we did at the front. But for the little middle part here, it's actually going to be brought out 1 extra block, and then we're going to have another wall there. So first off, let's just go to the left side. I'm going to add 1 more block of end stone bricks right up against the wall. And then I'm going to place 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have a 2 block wide window the same way at the front. We could fill in 2 spaces here with our end stone bricks. And then we're going to have another 2 block wide window here. So if you may have noticed, I might be going a little bit faster than the previous episodes, or not really episodes, but parts. Then that's just because we are just doing the same thing that we've already done. So as you can see, these windows are the exact same way that the front ones are. And we've already done the windows multiple times, so you should have the strategy down. So I am going a little bit faster, but not by that much. So we have this section done. So we have 2 spaces over there, 2 spaces over there, 2 spaces in the middle, and then 2 wide block windows. I said 2 a lot. Wow. Okay. Now let's go to this side, fill in 1 layer there, and then we're going to have a window, fill in 2 spaces, have another window. And then let's go ahead and fill in 2 more spaces here. We'll just fill this all the way around. And then we could do our windows. And then we could do that little middle section. We just have to bring it out 1 extra block. And then we just have like some windows after we do that, and a doorway for the backyard. And then we have the pillars. After that, we are done with episode, or I keep saying episode, but part 3. My bad. I got used to saying episode when I did my Let's Play. Okay, so we should have that for right now. All we have left is this middle section here, which we have to bring out 1 extra block, and then our pillars. Alright, now for the middle section, just so we have it out of the way, let's just go ahead and delete these blocks that we had here. And I'm actually going to add 1 more block right up against the wall that we had here on each side. And then I'm going to place 1 extra block of end stone bricks on each side, and then we can just bring it right across. We'll cut out the little opening that we're gonna have for our doorway later on, but for right now you should have that. It's just jutting out by 1 block, and let's go ahead and fill this in to the top as well as right next to it, so we have 2 spaces. Let's go to this corner, so fill in that space as well as the space next to that. Then you could switch to your gray concrete. We're going to have a 2 block wide window there and a 2 block wide window here. So you could bring this up so it's 4 blocks in height. And then you could cover up the top with 1 layer of end stone bricks. You could use your upside down quartz stairs. Fill in this with your glass. And now we have our windows for this section here. Now all we have left is the doorway in the middle. Okay, now for the doorway. So grab your end stone bricks. You could place 2 layers on each side, 2 spaces, right next to the window. You could carve out these 3 spaces in the middle. You could cover up the top with upside down quartz stairs. And then you can use white stained glass panes on each side. And then the 2 top blocks you could curve out, as well as the bottom one. And then the last thing left to do are your dark oak fences for the empty space. And now you have a 4 block height doorway for the middle. And now all we have left to do are the pillars for each corner. And that is it. Alright, so I'm at the back side right now, and let's just go off to the left. So I have my quartz pillars, and I'm at the left side right now, and we're going to place a quartz pillar in the corner the same way that we did there. So you can delete that, bring this up to the same height as the walls that we have for right now, replace the bottom block with a straight block, and then cover up the top with a quartz slab, the same way that we did there. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing for this corner as well as that corner. So make sure it's not right here. It's right on this corner. So the only part of this block that's touching the wall is that corner right there. Bring this up to the same height. Replace that block there. Cover this up with a slab. Alright, we're going to do the same thing here. There we go. Nothing here. Then we need 1 at that corner, 1 at that corner. Now I believe, well, here, we'll bring this up. Cover that up. I believe, yeah, these are going to be big pillars here. I'm pretty sure. So we'll leave those for now. Let's just continue doing the single ones. So I'll go to the right side if you're looking at it from the back. And we're just going to place some more pillars in the corner right here. And then these 2 corners on this side. And how many more? We got 1 there and 1 over there. Alright, 1 more. And now I believe we have all the pillars that are just single pillars. Now we just have to do the bigger pillars right here in this like center type part of the building. Okay, now we just have the bigger pillars. And we have 4 in total for this middle section, but I almost forgot again that I have some over here. So I'll start at the left, and I'm just gonna place 4 like that. So right at the corner of this wall, we have 4. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Now, let's just bring these up to the same height as these walls that we have. And we're not gonna be covering any of these up with quartz slabs as of right now. So we're just gonna leave them like that because they're all gonna be taller than they are right now. So we're not gonna be covering these up with quartz slabs. Make sure to fix the bottom blocks if you place them like this. But if you are building the building without the shape around it, then you are just building it on the ground, so you don't have to do that with the bottom blocks. So it should look like that. And once again, I have them right in the corner. Now let's go to this side, and we're going to be doing the same thing. Okay, there we go. Now we have those big pillars for the sides. Now we just have to do the rest of them for this middle section. So I'll start at this corner here, and we're just gonna fill in 3. We're just gonna like wrap it around the corner like that, and we'll bring it up to the same height that we have these walls for right now. And like I said before, these are going to be just as tall as like this. For example, this section right here is going to be 2 floors high, so we're going to continue bringing that up. So these big pillars are going to be a lot taller than those single ones. Right here, we're going to have another style like that, so we're just going to like wrap it around the corner there. We'll bring it up to the same height as the walls for now. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you this. So we have, it looks like 4 there, and it looks like 4 there, but we didn't fill in the corner. You could if you want to, but that's not even going to be shown, so it's not necessary. Now, we're just going to do the same thing for these 2 corners, and then that's all I'm going to be doing for part 3. Okay, so we have this corner. Make sure to fix these if you did it like this. And then we just have this last corner here. And I believe I'll do a little flyby, make sure we did everything. But I do think that we have everything. I don't think I missed anything. So this is the backside. Looking pretty good. And yeah, I believe I went everywhere. I filled in every space that needs to be filled in for right now. So I think we're good. And I'll do a little flyby up above. We'll see the shape of the building. So I think we're good. We should be good. Make sure I did all the corners over here. Yeah. Alright, let's go up above. Let's see what we got. Yeah. So this is looking pretty good. So we have the walls brought up all the way around for the first floor, and the next thing I'm going to do, like for part 4, I'm gonna bring up the walls for the middle section there, since it's a lot taller, since it's 2 stories, and then I might end up doing the roof for those sections, since those are only 1, and then we have the roof. So I might do the roof for those sections on each side, as well as the walls brought up in the middle. I'm not too sure quite yet. Maybe we could just bring up the walls in the middle and then have our roof on top of that. And then we could do the roof for another video on the sides. But yeah, this is what we got. We're getting a lot done. We're making a dent. Alright guys, so that is going to be it for part 3 on how to build this mansion. And if this did help you, be sure to please leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in part 4. Later.
Keep my head up when I act, head up that's a fact, never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track, keep my head up staying strong, always moving on, feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along, push myself to be the best, die with no regrets, live with every breath, see my message start to spread, and I had